Hi, I'm Maria Pfeiffer with Georgia United Credit Union. Financial literacy is one of my passions, along with community service. Offering over 15 years of experience, I look forward to spending some time with you today. We will discuss some tips to help your family through financial hardships. Georgia United Credit Union is also very passionate about community service. It was founded in 1958 by a principal in DeKalb County Schools, along with 6 other educators. Today, Georgia United Credit Union is the largest educators credit union in Georgia. In 2019, we were named by Forbes magazine as the best in state, and we were also recognized as a top places to work for 6 years in a row. We have been serving the community for over 60 years, and we now serve 24 counties. Here's what we will be discussing today. We will look at some options for creating a budget, how to prioritize your spending, looking into options of consolidations, ways to save money, protecting yourself and your credit, a few stopgap measures, and what not to do. Creating a budget is an exercise in reviewing your expenses and your income. It allows you to make more informed decisions about your finances. Think about how you pay your bills. Do you use online banking, credit, or debit cards? One way to determine your expenses for this budget is to review those statements. Reviewing statements will help you to ensure that you include all items and have a true idea of your expenses for a starting point. We will need to have a complete picture. Think about your wants versus your needs. You will also want to have both fixed expenses, which remain the same each month, and variable expenses. Sometimes these variables are a great place to start with cutting back. An example would be your grocery budget and energy bills. Variable expenses may need review for more than 1 month to make sure that you have a true estimate. Next, you will list all of your income. Take a look at your income and see if you'll have enough to balance your budget. If not, we must either increase the income or lower your expenses. Gig income may be a great way to help you make ends meet. Some examples may be to drive for Uber Eats, delivering groceries, part-time work, selling items online, or providing childcare for folks who are working during this time. If you are collecting unemployment, be aware that there are maximum earning limits in order to continue those weekly payments. So be sure to check with the Georgia Department of Labor for specifics on their guidelines. Next, we will prioritize your spending. During this hardship, stress can keep you from thinking clearly. Some of us react by ignoring the situation or trying not to think about it at all. You have to be even more strategic than ever to ensure that you and your family have your basic needs met first: food, housing, transportation, and utilities. And lastly, all other unsecured debts and expenses, certainly putting needs before wants. Additionally, here are some guidelines on your expenses and what they should look like percentage-wise. This can be very helpful to make sure that you are not living beyond your means. It could identify areas where you may be overspending based on your income levels. Be sure to prioritize payments as discussed previously, and making sure that your budget adds up to 100%. Debt consolidation can be a great way to slash monthly payments. For example, you may qualify for a personal loan to pay off all credit cards. You may even receive offers to transfer a balance of credit cards onto an existing or a new account. Be sure to review these offers carefully, not only comparing the interest rate, but also the balance transfer fees. At Georgia United Credit Union, there are no transfer balance fees, and we have very low introductory rates. If you own your car and it is worth more than you owe, you could consider consolidating some debt with that. Let's say your car is worth $20,000 and you only owe $9,000. You could get the new loan for $20,000, paying off the car and using the balance to pay off high interest loans. Auto loans usually have a much lower interest rate than credit cards. Credit unions are typically very good on interest on auto loans. You could also consider refinancing your home and paying off all extra debts as well. Interest rates on home loans are at historic lows. Make sure in this case that you consider your closing costs and fees and make sure it makes sense for you. With both of these options, you'll want to be very careful not to put your transportation nor your shelter at risk of loss. Depending on the severity of your situation, you may want to even seek legal advice. You should check your credit score to know where you stand. A good score is 670 to 720. Over 720 is good to excellent. These figures are just a ballpark. Each repository has different scoring models. However, this will help you to know where you stand before you call your creditors. If it is not good, it may be difficult for you to qualify for new loans and accounts. To check your scores for free, you can look at sites such as annualcreditreport.com to see if your score is good. All repositories calculate a little bit differently. However, this will give you a general idea, which is all you need. Let's look at cutting back on some expenses. You can save more by shopping for groceries at stores like Aldi or Food Depot. Clip coupons and don't ever shop without a meal plan and/or a list. Use energy efficient bulbs to save on utilities. Keep temperatures at recommended settings, 68 for the heat and 78 for the air conditioner. Use smart power strips. These strips will turn off energy when your device is not in use. 75% of energy to some electronics can be used when they are turned off. An example of a DVR and cable boxes are huge drains on your electric bill. You could contact your insurance agent and offer to bundle all of your insurance items to save. Take time to shop around with other agencies. Contact creditors to see if they can lower your interest rates and monthly payments. Consider using the envelope method if your spending is out of control. Cash can be harder to part with versus swiping your card for payments. In this method, you will have an envelope with cash for specific categories, such as eating out or entertainment. When it is gone, that's it. You may also want to remove credit cards from shopping websites so that it's not quite so easy to spend. Look for free entertainment. Consider setting up no spend days at least once a month or week. Review all subscriptions that you're a part of. They may be a small amount, but they can really add up. Never click on links in your emails. Check on official sites or give them a call. If you receive a call from someone claiming to be the IRS or your bank, don't give out any personal information. Your bank or credit union would never ask you to provide information that should already be on file, such as a social security number or a credit card. Freezing your credit can prevent criminals from taking out fraudulent accounts in your name. It is free compared to credit monitoring, which is not. You should contact all 3 credit bureaus to freeze your credit. Opting out of pre-screened credit offers will prevent card applications from coming from new vendors by mail. This is a big source for fraudsters. You can do it online or by phone to cover 5 years, or request and sign and return the mail-in form to opt out permanently. The Do Not Call registry accepts registrations from both cell phones and home phone landlines. To register by telephone, you will call the 888-382-1222 or go to www.donotcall.gov, where you will have to respond to a confirmation email. Exceptions to this are political calls, charities, collections, and there are a few others. Unfortunately, this will not stop the robocalls. Here are some additional options for you to explore. Some companies are offering customers an opportunity to skip their current payments for 30 to 90 days without penalties due to hardships. This may be true with your mortgage company. Be sure to read the fine print. The best programs add additional payments to the end of the loan term. However, some require payment in full at the end of the extension. Government student loan payments are suspended through September of 2020 with 0% interest and no action required on your part. Longer terms may be a good idea. For example, going from 12 to 24 months may cost more in interest in the long run. However, the lower the payment may greatly benefit you in your short term. It never hurts to ask for a lower interest rate or to change a due date. For example, if your rent and certain bills are due both on the first of the month, ask to change the due date to another time. Check to see if they offer payment options for twice a month payments. It may be more manageable for you. Don't fall for quick fixes. Credit repair clinics are almost always a hoax. They charge fees and usually make matters worse. Title ponds are nothing more than loan sharks. These predatory lenders will end up costing you a fortune and possibly losing your transportation. If your family is facing a food insecurity, contact a local food bank for some help. You can locate one near you at feedingamerica.org. Importantly, too, is if you have no emergency fund, that's your most important goal. Don't spend all of your tax refunds or stimulus checks by paying off debt. Create a nest egg with your 3 to 6 months of expenses in that savings account first. If you need assistance, don't wait until it's too late. Each time you face your fears, they have less power. And when the money is gone, it's gone. There's nothing more that you can pay. Make sure to not neglect your health and your stress levels. Exercising or walking can really help improve your mental health. And if you'd like further information or would like to talk with a Georgia United representative, give us a call or you may visit us at www.gucu.org. Thank you for taking time to spend with us today in helping with your financial situation.